Welcome back to the channel. I'm with my good friend Adam Hall. His business partner Dave can't be with us unfortunately, but we're going to show you around their new build site. Let's go and take a look around. So Adam, do you want to introduce yourself? Tell the audience what it is you do.
Okay, so my name's Adam Hall from Richardson and Hall Luxury Developments. This is our first build. We're looking to move on up into building more luxury properties, but this is to get our foot in the door, show people what we're about.
And you've also got another business doing the high-end glazing.
Yeah, so
tell us about that.
Sightline aluminium system. We do really big expanses of glass on loads of properties all over the UK. As you can see behind, this one will be getting a nice big sliding door from a fantastic company, Sightline.
So you sort of do the high-end stuff, like you say, not really the double glazing replacement stuff or the UPVC doors now. It's more the big sort of grand design houses.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, and that's the sort of style of house that you want to build.
Eventually, yes.
Like this.
Yeah. Eventually, we're going to go for smaller, still keeping it quite niche and small. I was speaking to the guy, John Green, from the manufacturing side of the sliding doors, and he gave us some tips about, there's not many 4-bedroomed, grand design, unique small houses. Everyone seems to either go massive or really small, so we're going to try and build them.
So there's a gap in the market for something like you say, grand design but more affordable.
More affordable and more living. I don't want to be cleaning a house that's 7,000 square foot.
Yeah. So what sort of size? Sort of 2.5, 3,000 foot max?
3,000 square foot. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, so tell us a little bit about how you came to come across this site. I mean, it's in a bit of a, I won't say unusual location, but we'll show the viewers around in a minute as to why people would probably never ever think you're going to be able to buy a house, buy a bit of land on a site like this and get planning. So how did you find the site?
So we constantly looking on Rightmove. We use Nimbus as well.
Yeah, Nimbus maps. Yeah.
This one is about, I'd say, 5 minutes away from the office. Dave found this on Rightmove at about 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
He was outside here at 12:10, and he put an offer in at 12:30.
As quick as that?
Yes.
So was you just quick to analyse the deal, or did
Yeah.
you sort of sit there and say, well actually, we know that the land price there should be relevant to what the gross development value is, and we don't really need to sit there and crunch numbers too much?
Yeah, I mean, we know the area. We know all the different areas in Leicester, what the gross development value is. We worked out roughly what we could get on there from the outline. It had already got outline planning permission. So we worked out 3-bedroom house, quickly went on Rightmove, look what they were going for. There's a couple of new estates being built as well around the outskirts. We pitched ourselves around about the same, put an offer in. It got counter offered on the Wednesday, and then by Thursday it was ours. So
amazing. I mean, a common thing we get is, where do you find your land? There's no land available, just can't find anything. All the developers get to it, the estate agents take the brown envelopes. We hear all that all the time, but like us, we buy a lot of our stuff off Rightmove, and I think everyone's perception is if it goes to Rightmove, there's something wrong with it. Or there must be something bad. So, and if everyone thinks like that, no one will then go and view the property, crunch numbers, meet the vendor, speak to the agent, and do the deal. So, to be honest, there's an opportunity on Rightmove if you do follow that process. And like you say, as soon as you saw it, let's be the first ones down there, see if we can strike a deal pretty quick. So moving quick as well. Also
with Rightmove as well, a lot of people are putting stuff on Rightmove. It doesn't mean that it's going to sell for that.
No.
So it's always worth going to see the plant, the vendor, like you say, and
a lot of estate agents value land as well, don't they? Because they still want a third for the land, a third for the building, and a third profit. Yes, it would be nice to make a third profit, but with the reality of build costs and labour, chances of that happening is pretty slim unless you're going to buy land at a really cheap market.
Yeah.
The other thing I picked up on was that this is 5 minutes from your office and you know the area, and again that's something I always advise people to do. You don't want to be building 2-3 hours, you've got to go and build new teams, you don't know the area, you don't know the market, you probably don't know any of the merchants, you don't know any of the labour. It can be done if you use a main contractor, but you guys are project managing this yourself. This is what you sort of do anyway. So yeah, sticking to your area is definitely a key thing. Great, so you found the site on Rightmove, and did the site come with planning, or did you have to take that through from planning yourself?
So it came with outline planning permission. So we actually started the process, because we're buying this from a Baptist church.
Right.
We actually started the process of full planning permission before we'd actually signed for it, which we'd never normally do. But we did think to ourselves, if the church is going to do us over, then we'll wrap it all
There's something
up.
wrong in it if you're going to be done over by those sort of
Yes.
vendors. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it can happen obviously in the process. But
Yeah.
like you say, I mean, these are two-way relationships. So yeah, again, de-risking yourself by buying something with planning. Yes, you're not going to get the maximum profit, but for anybody looking to do their first development, or most developments really, it is about getting that planning before you sign on the dotted line and hand over your chunk of money.
Yeah.
Right, I've just seen something that a lot of people probably won't know what it is or how to work. It's this. For all the carpenters out there, this is known as a handsaw. Don't put batteries in it. You have to actually use your muscle to actually operate it. It's quite a rare thing on site these days. I've just seen another rare tool called a shovel. This one's still got a mix on it.
Yeah, we're saving that until Monday.
I cut mine down with a disc cutter. Brand new shovels. I'm only little, you see, so get in the tubs, but God, that weighs more than me. That's a rare thing to see on a site these days as well. Okay, so bought the site local to you, it was on Rightmove, you've got planning, these are all the boxes I like to teach. How much did you pay for the site?
So we paid 50,000 for the site.
50,000, okay. Straight 50,000, no random numbers, okay, 50,000. And how have you funded?
So we've sort of self-funded, but we've got one small private investor.
So you funded the site itself, and then the build part, that's where you got the investors.
That's it, yeah. So basically what we wanted to do, we wanted to start finding private investors. Eventually down the line we might be using developing finance.
Yeah.
We always find that private investors, it's easier, the money's quicker. There is questions asked, obviously, because you'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, well, it's a two-way thing, isn't it? Like I say, you're checking out the investor and the investor's checking out you, which, you know, as you can see from this video, these guys like to do things right, they know what they're doing. You've done a bigger project this summer, right? That's something that I came to you on recently. You've got some really exciting projects to work on, and you know, we all know money is sitting in the bank eroding away of what? The government say 10%, but it's probably more like 15 to 17% if the government are honest. Well, you know, 100 grand is only going to get you about 80 to 85,000 pounds worth of buying power in 12 months. I don't know, but you guys might offer something anywhere from say maybe 6 to 15%, for example, depending on how much people invest, how long they invest for, whether they just become in as a loan agreement, or a JV partner obviously can substantially make more if it's like I said, it's a fully funded project. So you are looking to work with more investors on your projects, which we'll talk about a little bit later on in the video. And you're funding the whole build yourself with this private investor.
Yes.
So I think for private investors, they like to see you putting a little bit of skin in the game as well. I mean, we've got guys that have come through the training, the mentoring, and they raise 100% finance, and that's fine. That's perfectly doable. But someone like yourself, you're quite happy saying, look, we've got a certain amount of funds, and we're happy to contribute them because you know we're here for the whole journey, and if we're putting our money in,
yeah, that's the idea. I mean, me and Dave always feel comfortable putting our money in as well, so that it makes it feel a bit more fair.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, if we were just doing it or something, then we might just say offer a higher return, so that person's happier. You know, then we cover all the costs for the solicitors, the planning applications and everything like that. But yeah, moving forward, we want to use as many private investors as we can.
okay, we'll put Adam and Dave's contact details in the description below. So if you do want to contact these guys, not just about this, maybe investments, and also about your sightline business. And like I said, we'll talk a bit more about how people can contact them on the socials and stuff later on. Okay, so a question I get asked a lot about when we do these sort of videos with guys like yourself, they wanted to get straight to the numbers. So, what's the project going to be worth when it's finished?
Roughly about 295 to 300,000.
Okay, I mean we've just talked about you putting in some premium products because of your business, so fingerprint, door entry.
Yeah, so the front door will have fingerprint recognition. The front door alone would probably be worth to a normal client about $5 grand.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
It's an expensive door.
Yeah.
But that's going to set precedence to, like you say, when they come in here, they know you're not going to be putting in a cheap kitchen. All the doors and windows are obviously going to be premium products because of the nature of your business. So that's good. So gross development value 295. I'm sure you're going to testing it a little bit more. Would you say
That's what we're looking at because we don't want to mug ourselves off, if you know what I mean.
Because it is about getting them built and sold, isn't it? Not about sitting on the market trying to get another £5,000 over another 6 to 9 months. You know, like you say, you want to get in and out, get your profit, get them sold really for the first person that walks in the door.
Exactly, that's the idea. If we put in one of our lovely sliding doors at the back, front door, people are going to walk in and think, wow, I want to buy this.
Yeah.
And hopefully,
Which is what we try and do as well. We want that person to walk in and be like, wow, this is better than the other houses I've seen. Or if they're going to go from yours into somebody else's, they're going to keep going back saying, yeah, but look, that house wasn't as nice as this, that garden wasn't as nice as this, that front door wasn't as quality as this. And you know, so whether they come to viewings before your property or afterwards, you're going to want them always to come back to yours because of what they've seen and done something slightly different to maybe the big house.
exactly, yeah. It's not all about, for me and Dave, it's always been more about building things and being happy with what we've done.
Yeah.
Rather than sucking the life out of everything, you know, using the cheapest stuff just to make it a few more grand.
Yeah.
We're going to make money in the long run anyway, so it doesn't matter to us.
So what sort of build cost are we looking at for the whole project? So let's say professional fees, utilities, all the materials, labour. What do you think you'd be building something like this for total price?
All in all, we're looking at about 150, 155.
Right, that's pretty good. 3-bedroom house.
3 bedrooms.
Yeah, so that's 150, 155 all in. You're not. Are you fitting the windows or will you guys fit the windows? Because you're here managing the site.
Yeah,
so
me and Dave will probably put the normal windows in.
yeah.
We'll let our lads put the sliding doors in because that's what they do day in, day out.
Yeah. But I mean, apart from that, you're not really going to be. I know you're down here like just doing a few bits of clearing at you. But I think you've been helping the bricklayers, is that right? Been doing a bit of
Yes.
that outside.
Yeah.
Good guys. And then apart from that, you're not really doing much yourself, is that right?
Not really. We probably the most we'll do on this is the stud work upstairs.
What's all block work down here?
Yeah, it's all block work downstairs. We might do a little bit of the slabbing, but we might not. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. It's too hard. I can't do it.
I'll come and do it. I like working in the sun.
There you go.
Okay. And what sort of net profit do you think you'll be walking away with?
95 to 100.
Okay. And build time?
We're hoping to be complete by September, so April, May, June, July, August, September.
We have to count our fingers.
Yeah,
we're not
6
really-
months.
6 months. So
That's, yeah.
So even at 95 grand, I mean, for 6 months' work, and you're not really doing, you're probably going to do say 5% worst case scenario. That's not bad, is it?
It's not bad.
And like you say, really, it's what would you have to do? Like there'll be a lot of trades watching this, and 95 grand is a lot of trades can earn that sort of money now. Even on the site work, they can earn that money. But I guarantee they're not working 6 months a year. I guarantee their phones are ringing like mad in the evenings from customers. They're out looking at jobs at night. They're out fetching materials all day. The beauty I like about developments is it's only really at the end of the job that you're out there fetching a few bits and bobs, the last few bits. But all your bricks, blocks, lintels, concrete, it's all coming on the heavy lorries. You're not fetching stuff from the merchants every 10 minutes, like a normal tradesman doing jobs on customers' houses.
I mean, me and David are really enjoying this because we've got the sideline, we've got some good guys looking after that company we really trust. We still look in on the company, but here it's lovely. It's like today.
But that's what business
nice
owners should be
sunny.
doing, though, isn't it? A business owner should be growing the company, the visionary, the strategic, the strategy, and the team that are led by you on the same page. And that allows you to really grow the business. Too many people working in their business, and that's why businesses don't make a profit or don't make a lot of money. They never grow, and they just stagnate because the person's so busy being consumed in the $10 tasks, micromanaging, telling people how to do the job, and
Exactly, we let our guys do because they know what they're doing.
yeah, and I've met a few of those at your barbecue, and like I say, real good guys, all got a bit of synergy with them. So yeah, it's great.
But we're really enjoying this side of it now, me and Dave, because it's just me and Dave on side. There's probably the bricklayers, we're having a bit of banter. No one's bothering us. If the sun's out, we're laughing. It's lovely.
Yeah. Okay, so before this development, what was you sort of doing? What's your full-time business? And we talked about Sightline, but was that the only thing you did?
Yeah, so just before this, not last year, 2 years ago, I started building my own house. Dave was kind enough to let me have nearly 7 months off work.
Well, we all need Dave. We all need a Dave as a business.
We all need a Dave. So he was kind enough. I think it was about 3 months in total. The first 3 months was just weekends and nights of grafting, And then obviously I completed my house, came back into Sightline, but while I was away from the company, the guys that were actually working for the company took on more roles and responsibilities.
Right, so it really forced you to run it as a business and take that step back out rather than like say. So did you almost make yourself redundant in that business to some degree, or?
To a point, me and Dave basically manage it. We look at the next, what's going to be the next best thing for the company now. You know, the events that we do, like the home build show,
Trade shows, yeah,
grand design show. We took on another sales guy down south. We're looking for one in north.
How many inquiries? You mentioned the inquiries when we spoke the other day about was it the home building show? How many inquiries did you get from that?
So the home building renovation show, I couldn't tell you the exact. I'd probably say about 300.
300 inquiries. So it just shows, shows the quality of your products and the quality of the business to get that many inquiries. Like you say, you are setting that bar quite high. You know, you're not the cheapest product. You're not
definitely not.
Not necessarily cheapest, but you've got a good business, a good track record, good customer service, good team of people in place. And I think that's what most people need to stand by in their business, isn't it? Saying, well, this is what's important to us, is that we get the customer. The customers are going to be our advertising board and spread our word and get us more business.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things we wanted to go into development was we want to become one of Sightline's biggest customers. Eventually.
That makes sense. So use your developments as your advertising board again.
For the sliding doors, and try and help both companies grow, basically, together.
So like I say, so both grow together and feed off each other. Excellent. Okay, so run me through what your roles are in this business, and maybe Dave, maybe you've got opposite skill sets, or you take control of one part, Dave does another. So run me through what the sort of things that you would manage, and maybe Dave manages.
Okay, to start with, we were flipping about a little bit, but it became really clear that Dave was excellent at finding the land.
Okay.
He's a whiz on Nimbus. He loves looking, peeping in people's gardens, like I've said before, but he's great at finding the land. We both normally go and meet the vendor. Sometimes one of us will just go and meet them on the first incident, so that they don't think that we're teaming up on them.
Yeah, that's an important thing. We always say to people that if there's one vendor and two of you, sometimes it can feel like a bit outnumbered, a bit imbalanced. Yeah. Plus, it's always a good reason for, like you say, if Dave goes and you can say, well, great meeting, blah blah blah, make another phone call a couple of days later. Can I bring my business partner, Adam? He'd love to come and have a look at the site. We're really interested in it. It's another excuse to sort of get back and speak to the vendor, and then that way, the rapport is already built, then, isn't it? Yeah. Like I say, it's just a good chance for you guys to come back. You can meet the vendor as well, and make your opinion of them as well, because it's a two-way relationship.
Well, we had this the other day. Dave went out to see a vendor, and the vendor, he was there for 3 hours. We thought he'd been kidnapped. But basically, after he'd finished with the vendor, getting on with them and building this report, he basically said, oh, I'm a bit gutted I didn't get to meet Adam. I'm sure we'll meet on the next one. So
so we'll talk about the next meeting.
Yeah.
You've even asked for another meeting.
Exactly, so that's all good. And then my responsibility for the business, I like to be scheduling the trades in,
right?
Scheduling in the workload. Dave's been organising all the utilities.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, I'll do the gas, I'll do the electric. Dave's took over the utilities. That's it.
Yeah.
I take over ordering the materials, scheduling, knowing when the next person's coming on site. Yeah. On this one behind us, we were basically waiting for the bricklayers to turn up.
Yeah.
They determine everything. If you know your
What are you saying?
on,
What are you saying about bricklayers?
well, if they turn up and they're there, you know where your schedule's going to be.
Yeah. Like you say, without the bricklayers, you can't plan your carpenters,
You can't plan your roof,
you can't plan your roof, you can't plan your scaffolds,
windows, anything.
Okay, so like you say, you're managing the business. Dave manages the things behind the scenes, and like I said, there's no crossover, there's no duplicating, so you both doing the same thing. And like I say, you might as well play towards your strengths and what you enjoy doing, because then it's not work then, is it?
No.
Adam, tell me about these signs.
So basically, we put these up. Say, for instance, it was about 2 weeks ago on a Thursday. This banner was up for 2 hours, and within 2 hours, we'd had an email with someone wanting to sell us some land.
Within 2 hours of the sign, the
Yeah.
mesh going up. Really?
Yeah.
So we always advocate putting these up on the signs. They really, really work. You're saying you've had 2 inquiries now.
Yeah.
So within 2 hours. We have a couple of deals from them. it's a great way to advertise your brand, advertise your company. But like I say, land wanted, with all that planning permission. There's the contact details. These really do work. Pretty much most of the people that we work with, like I say, come to the training and mentoring, get their site set up, stick these up. Like I say, 8 out of 10 get a response or a few responses. It all depends on location. So it's not a massive busy road, but there's people walking dogs, people up and down. And often people will see you building here, which they never even thought would probably be a building block. Yeah. They might think, well, actually, I've got a bit of side garden. Maybe there's a potential there. Let's make an inquiry, nothing to lose. And then you will send Dave round, have a little chat with him, have a cup of tea and a knob. That's it. And deal done. It can be simple as that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is what I love about what I do, coming here to see people like Adam and Dave, living the dream, changing their lives, putting the work in. You've got to put a lot of work in, but getting the results. And I can't wait to see you guys progress and get on your other side soon. So if people want to get in touch with you, if they want to get some big windows and big doors, maybe that they're investors sitting there watching us, maybe they've got some land. Tell people where you're based and how they can get in touch with you.
Okay, so we're based in Leicestershire with Richardson All Luxury Developments. You can follow us on social medias, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Sightline Aluminium Systems, and travel all over the company, so you can contact us on all the same platforms. You can contact me directly, Adam Hall, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and
yeah. I mean, these guys really are some of the nicest guys you'll ever get to work with.
Thank you.
Well, no, I'm genuinely meaning it. We've known each other just over 3 years now.
3 years now.
So, love spending time with each other. We hang out, we go for meals and stuff like that. So, pretty much on the same page. We understand each other.